started back in 2017, I guess. No, before 2016, when as pediatric residents of third year, I came here as to do an observership in Montreal Children's Hospital in the service of developmental pediatrics, because one of my passions is working with special need kids. So, and back home, that's what I used to do somehow. And I found a complete different experience, and I found this amazing service. So in 2017, I started to figure things out related to all the licensing here in Canada as a specialist. So obviously at that point when I was in Colombia, the information was kind of blurry, was difficult to get information online. I haven't seen a lot of colleagues from Colombia or Latin America doing this process. So I started doing all my papers with the medical council, and I sent my papers to get like the ECA, and that was a long journey. It was almost 10 months of process. Actually, one time they revoked my papers and I had to redo them again. So send them again and, trying to figure things out. But at the end, I got the ECA. And after that, I have been applying for a fellowship in developmental pediatrics. But one of the biggest barriers is that because I'm an international medical graduate, and in Colombia, we don't have the service in developmental pediatrics, I can't be able to do a sponsorship from Colombia. So that's one of the biggest barriers at that point. But I'm still like applying and trying to figure things out. As a specialist here in Ontario, we don't have like a clear process of how to do an equivalency on our degrees. Yet we don't have a practice-ready assessment on specialties. We have something called academic licensing, and that's something that it's kind of giving us a new opportunity. So that's what I'm trying to reach at this point as a specialist. From my experience, I feel that you have to come up with a plan, like a plan with plan A, plan B, plan C, like different type of options. So you can be able to navigate through that. Have like, like your goal pretty clear, so you always look towards that. So in my case, I have been always pursuing developmental pediatrics, and I have been working with neurodevelopmental health at CHIO over a year now. So, like having that option, it was a really good opportunity for me because my goal keeps going towards that service. So one of the big things is just like trying to get information from others, try to network around from other ones' experiences. Obviously, this road is specific to everyone because we have like a specific specialty or a specific role back home. So our stories are quite different. So the people that can help you can be your colleagues that are doing kind of the similar process, but it's not exactly the same. So at that point, what I did is just like searching for specialists that were doing kind of the similar pathway, and try to figure things out. How did they apply, for instance, for a fellowship? Like what were the requirements and all that. The other part that I find really helpful is that I didn't know that you could do the MCC exam, like the first exam, you can do it from your home country. Until I came here and I realized that that was an option. So for me, it was kind of a surprise, because I could be able to do that while I was working in Colombia. So that's another issue, like there are a few things that you can do back home. And third, I feel that when you get here, you have to be open-minded about like the different type of jobs that you can apply as an alternative, not as a physician, but probably in the healthcare system somehow, and try to navigate, try to contact people, try to talk to clinicians that they have their own practice or something like that, because I have found that many of those opportunities are open, and that's like a way of letting everybody, or like the person that the specialty that you're pursuing, they can know you, they can know how you work, they can give you an advice, or they can give you a recommendation letter, that at the end that's what you're pursuing if you're applying for another job or another opportunity. So yeah, that's what I can tell you. Actually, it has been like a road show, because like at first I wasn't sure like what was N4. Then I applied for this course at San Paulo University, related to the resilience, and how can you enter to the to the Canadian process and everything else. And I realized that those type of supports were pretty amazing, because at that point, they help you build something else, At this point, when you come here, in the first few months or few years, you feel kind of lost, and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to start. But at that point, I realized that we are in the same boat. There's a lot of people having those issues, but when you share those experiences with other ones, you're like, oh, okay, I'm not alone. So then you build that other part of resilience, and you can think clearer. So at that point, I started navigating on some courses, some webinars, and I found a lot of networking at N4 that helped me build relations with others. So for me, I feel that you don't know who is the person that can help you somehow, or can give you this other opportunity, or can give you another piece of information, yeah, that you didn't know. So for me, it's just like letting everybody knows you. At some point, you can feel kind of ashamed that everybody knows you, knows your story or anything else. But I feel that that can help even others, to be able to do this pathway, with your experience. Or you can help others, like building their own pathway, So in my case, like I have been insisting with my colleagues from Latin America that do this, participate in these webinars, that join with others for studies, that like try to network as much as possible, and I feel that N4 has been a really good resource for that.